Greetings, everybody. Welcome back to another live stream. How's everybody doing? First of all, let me check something. Does this still? Oh, it does still work. Okay. So today we can finally raid, actually, because I now know that I can alt with F3P disables or enables the pause on lost focus, which is really helpful for me. I didn't even know that. See, I'm stupid. Yes. No, not stupid. Dumb sometimes, or not yet informed. Anyway, welcome back to another stream. How's everybody doing? How are you doing as well? It just turned nighttime, but that's fine for us. Because I want to do some building today. Some building of buildings. F3Q. What does F3Q do? Does that close my game? Are you gonna mess with me? I don't know, wait. I know you are like a bad guy, but still. Oh, that gives all the options? Oh, that's wait, let me check. Oh, I didn't even know. Yeah, okay, so I know most of these reload chunks, show hitboxes, copy locations. Okay, I didn't know the copy locations. Clear chat. Clear chat is a nice one. I didn't know that one. Chunk boundaries, I know. Advanced tooltips. Copy entity or block data to clipboard. Didn't know that one. Started to stop profiling. Yeah, that's for the thingy mod. Alright, that's pretty good. Okay, see, a lot of things I don't know. What I want to do today though is build more buildings. So I've actually designed 2 of them already, but I want to design the corner building on stream, I think. I do have to go in 2 hours, so we'll see how far we get with everything. But yes, and I need to dig up this whole area. So first things first, buildings. Oh, another one thing that I can show. I finished this road up, did some road markings. I put the rails underneath, and the rails actually go yada 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 all the way towards the bridge now. So that bridge. Yes, so that's all linked up, which is nice. Yes, let's just dive into the single player world for now. You would only do harmless pranks. Well, I guess like closing my game is harmless. I don't think it will break. It's just annoying that I have to reboot it, but that's all. Yes, let's go to single player to work on one more building. And to also show you the 2 buildings that I made. They're kind of... One of them is kind of like a copy of another one, which I still feel... I don't know if that's the right choice. I shouldn't look at other buildings when building buildings. Yes. This is probably gonna be a little bit before the world starts up. Yeah, as I was saying, I have to go exactly at 1 because we have to go to the vat with the cat. The vat with the cat. That sounds very cool. Yes, I was thinking these 2 buildings. Yeah, true. That would be true. I made the backsides already because otherwise I'm just gonna forget like about backsides. So backsides we just have to build with them instantly, and inside flooring at least. Yes, these 2 buildings. I don't know if I like them too much. They're different. The recipes are getting real difficult. How do you mean the recipes are getting... Are they getting more difficult? Oh, as in late game items are more difficult to make. Yeah. She's okay. She just had like sneezing. Sort of attacks almost. So that was a little bit worrying at first, but that's almost over. But we still want to check her up on that, and also just to check her up overall, because she needs to be checked again. So yeah. Corner shop. Let me just Google Edinburgh corner shop. Or let me go on Google Maps, I'm just gonna take inspiration, because the problem I find is if I don't do that for these buildings, I'm gonna remake ones that I've already built, which I do not want. Oh, which street is the... Oh, wait, here's the... Here's that street, yes. So just want some small inspo, nothing too grand or something. Into stage and my friends chose an expert mod pack. Oh, nice. So nice and hard for you guys. Okay, I'm not seeing what I want. Maybe on this street though. This is a curvy street. Something with a tower on top. I saw. Oh no, that's a church. Oh no, never mind. I see something. I see something I like. It's really big though. Yeah. Has some sort of floaty. I like the bit next to it. Wait, let me screen share this. Just so you guys can properly see it as well. So that, but I actually like the sort of sticking up bit to the left a lot more. Just have to think what to add onto that then. Or maybe it should just be more like... Okay, you know what I will do? I will make it more like an Amsterdam sort of building. Reason being, it's kind of small. It's not that big of an area. That building needs like a bigger area. So basically one of these sorts of buildings, I think will fit there perfectly. Maybe with a white base might be good. Or no, I will do green base, just because I like the green. I've used it a lot before, and I'm not gonna look at what I've done before. Okay. So okay, let's think. I want it a bit raised. Now that I think of it. Okay, I'm already recording. That's good. So let's start. Let's just start. What I could do is some bricks. So let's see. Where will this pathway be? If I have it here, that means... Okay, what's the center of the door? I want this to be centered on the door. Let me also do time. Make it more daytime. Okay, so that's the middle of the road. So we want at least 1, 2, 3. That's wide enough for an alleyway, right? Okay, so this is going to be approximately the size of the building, maybe a little bigger. I guess could do one step at the end. Okay, sure. See if I want to work with slices. So it could be something like, wait, no, bricks. I want more brickish, more this stuff. Does that work with green though? That's the question I now have. Let me just first do some stuff like this. That means we have 1, 2 windows. Ooh. We don't have a proper center. It's a bit sad. Actually, we do. If we do this, we do have a center. Makes the street a little bit wider also. Gives me space to do that, I guess. Okay, local metal. Anyway, how are you doing, Itwell? How are you doing outside of your mod pack? I'm just thinking green here. Yeah, I'm missing the depth now because of that. See? Yeah, this is not gonna work. Let me just do the base the same as usual. So what I'll do is this. I'm not gonna use that stuff. I'm just gonna keep it on this. Doing fine, doing fine. Life isn't that busy right now. It's okay, it's fine. Okay, should I make round windows? Like something tall, something screaming tall at me. Okay, yeah, I like this, but then I want... Okay. Ideally speaking, maybe green here. Or some other texture, but something like that. And then... Okay, how is that? Okay, that looks pretty okay. I don't like this texture. I want something else there. Just see, can I... Yeah, I guess that works. What I might want to do is actually do this. Wait, that's just... Oh yeah, that's stairs, but I can't use stairs, can I? No. By doing this, I can make the block on the same side, actually, the texture. Otherwise, it would have been a one-sided line at the bottom or at the top. Probably would want to do something like this here at the end, and then do I do that? I don't know. Okay, maybe something like this more. But yeah, life has been good. Life hasn't been that busy right now. Of course, work is always full, but that's fine. That's better than doing nothing at work, right? Is that weird? Is that weird? I think it's too tall or something. Either we... I'm almost thinking it has to be like this, and then on that, the trim. So actually give it that like roof trim sort of thing. Or well, you wouldn't call it a roof trim, but you know what I mean. Let me just figure something out for this. I think that works better. Is it good? I don't know yet. I have to click on this so many times. Okay, yeah, okay. This is working for me. It's doing something. That's one thing for sure. Let me just try and grab. Oh God. Please. Hello, hello, Mr. Hops. I saw you there, but I didn't respond yet. Welcome to the stream. Oh, do we do that? Because that's quite far away. Or do we do... Hello, Angelo. How you doing? Okay, that's 5. So that makes sense somewhat. Could also have that. Hello, Mr. Ops. Yes. So it's a little bit forward, but I like that, I think. I think that's good. Let's just work up towards the top and then do some kind of shape from it. I think... Something straight lined and then pointy or something like that. Okay, let's do 4 or 3. 3 maybe? I just want to get some outlines so I know where to place my windows. And how tall they're gonna be. Actually, if I do 3, no, we were gonna match up. Nope. We're gonna go with 4. It's quite tall, but I think it's fine next to the other building. For here we could do 3, and then we're actually a little bit off the roof line. Maybe we should stay with this roof line. Then it would be better to do 3. Let's actually go with 3. Whoop de fucking do. Just redoing everything. First I had it at 3, or sorry, first I had it at 4, then I did 3, then I did 4, now I did 3 again. Nice, right? I can make decisions, yeah, definitely, sometimes. When I feel like making decisions. So for the main part, that's okay, right? Yeah, I feel like that's pretty okay. What I'm gonna do is it's almost gonna be like that, but more. How does one explain that? Okay, this is the middle. Let's watch that. So keep that clear. Yeah, that's a bit small, maybe. So maybe we want it like this instead. No. Then it would have to be more... I don't like that with this. No. No, okay. Stay within your marks. Alright. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, that's too tall, right? Yeah, that's way too tall. Maybe 3 instead. Let's search up 3. Well, I need to get points. Because 3 will be like, oh god. This. 1, 2, and on the third. Yeah. Okay, 3 will be like this. Okay, I think that's relatively speaking quite okay. So either we can go all out, either we can go... that. Oh, I think it has to be one wider also. To give it more... Okay, let's see about this. Okay, but now it's like a standard. No. Okay, different idea. Keep the width. Keep it like that. Go up straight a little more. I think we did this shape before too, but that's fine. And then do this. Okay, that's more special, and then we can make the roof like that. So that's good. I think I like it. Does that help or does that make it fat? I don't know. Well, at least we're getting somewhere. I think that's okay. It's pretty okay. Do I want this color maintained in here, or do I want... Maybe the fill-in can be a different color? Okay, maybe we go... I don't know if this is nice, but we shall see. I guess it somewhat fits in with the rest, so that's good. Let me see about the side, this side. It's just gonna be stairs, I guess. Could be cool, maybe something hanging off the side here to make this less like the side of the building and more like... Well, I guess it could be somewhat like this side, because it definitely is, but... It doesn't necessarily have to completely feel as the side. That's sort of what I'm worried about. But we shall see. We shall see. Let's continue. Let's draw some windows in here. So we're gonna go there, 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 if we can. I think we can do some layer tricks to make them a little bit wider. And here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we can do this as well. Okay, let me think. I need to place some here and then also there. Okay, and about how do we deal with this though? Are we gonna go? Okay, yeah, that could work. Again, it could work. 2, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know necessarily if I want round windows on this, but fuck it. Let's just try do something with that. Could add a new dimension to our build or builds. I'm thinking windowsill, so that's gonna be biting this up. Ooh, that's less than ideal, certainly. Wait, give me a minute. Oh no. Oh no. See, I don't want a continuous beam of dark oak. Jesus. There's so much light coming from my window that you can't see the screen. Yeah, that's a bit much, isn't it? Fuck. Alright, plan B, which is gonna be all that as windowsill. Which would work, but we just have to fill that in. And that won't work because we can't fill that in without doing that. Ah! I hate this. I severely dislike this. Only if that would be one higher, that would be great. We don't have to do it there, but... yeah, let's just try this, I guess. Can always say no. I guess it's different, so let's see what it will do to the build. Oh god. Fuck. Didn't think about that. Shite. Okay. Kids, don't do buildings like this. Just don't. Please. You'll hate yourself eventually. So that looks fine from here, but yeah, that looks jank as fuck from front. No. Window. Let's first see what we can do with windows. Okay. Okay, well that does somewhat work. Somewhat. Loads of layers. Alright. Move around the back. Do that. Sure. It doesn't have the tallness yet I'm after. Maybe this one should be taller than floor. Oh god. Apparently I selected 2 blocks. Bring this up by 1, right? Yeah, I think we have to. Bring this up by 1. It's not that the previous plan was wrong. It wasn't. It just didn't quite work. That's more the problem. And if something doesn't work, you shouldn't do it. Fuck. I forgot to copy this with me. Just grab this by hand. Yeah, wait, I have to grab this whole part, that part, that part. Move 1, there we go. So now we make some flat windows in here, or well, but what I mean by flat is just the square ones. More simple ones. Let's go for simple. Simplistic. I think that will be very wide, so no, that's not an option. Happy what? Firework night? I've never heard of that. We don't have a firework night. Fuck. Can I... Wait. No. Could I cheat a bit by doing that? No. I don't know what to do. Oh, I'm getting a call. Okay, I'll be right. Oh, it's actually my mom, so I'll be right back. I'll be AFK. That button doesn't work anymore. Ah! Sorry for being AFK for so long. My mom called about Christmas and what's happening where and who's hosting it and who's not hosting it. And I'm like, I don't give a damn. I'm 2 days. I'm gone with my girlfriend, her family. I don't know the word for that in English. And one day I'm available for you guys, so I don't care. And then she didn't understand me at all, and like, oh, but do you want this night then, or that night, or this night, or that night? And I'm just like, I'll just come by in a bit, in like probably 2 hours, 3 hours. Yeah, sure, it works better. Sorry for being AFK for so long. Oh, that's one replay mode recording ruined, by the way, for standing still for half an hour, but sure. Thanks. But here we are yet again. Maybe more like... Maybe just this. Fuck, I cannot... I hate this. I want like a windowsill that's small, please. I want like... I want that, but not really that fat. I want it smaller. Ooh. Okay. Could be a thing. Sure, let's try work with that. Oh god, here we go. I hate how this happens. So you first gotta do this one, and then you gotta do the other one. Hey, you're good. That's family, you know. What do you mean by that? As in, things like that happen? Yeah, that's true. Well, I was like quite clear like that, or the best day for us would be oh, I don't know if that even exists outside of the Netherlands. Second Christmas Day. That sounds fucking weird as shit. That's so wrong. That's so wrong. But basically, Christmas Eve you have. Then you have first Christmas Day. What the fuck? It sounds so wrong in English. It's Boxing Day. What the fuck? Okay, if you want to hit someone, don't do it in don't do it at that time, man. That's not a good plan. We have it in Germany. I see. Okay. So I'm not completely stupid. Well, second Christmas Day is our best day because to celebrate it like around here, because my parents live in the same city as we live, so that's easiest for us, and her actual parents live in another city somewhere, so then we can just stay there basically. So that's easiest. But we've also said, it's fine if you want Christmas Eve this year because we haven't been there last year and things like that. And she all of a sudden she like said like, okay, so Christmas Eve you want there, and first Christmas Day also, or I don't know what she said, but it was so weird. It was like, okay, so because you want second Christmas Eve and you want first, then the best night to do it is first. And I was like, what? Completely understandable, or ununderstandable. So I just said, fuck it. I'm coming to your home in a few hours. That's easier than on the phone because this doesn't work. Always help the elderly. No, why? Actually, I would say they're also getting older. My parents, yes, true, but they're not that old. So, but still, things like this happen, which is fun, but also not really the easiest or something, to handle. Because also my brother wants to celebrate it or something, and Yeah, my dad wanted to go out for dinner, but then how do we? And I'm like, just, just, just choose. I'm one day here. I don't care if it's for dinner. I don't care if it's somewhere else. Fine, fine, fine. Everything's fine. No, 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 no. That's what we call after Christmas. So Boxing Day is after Christmas. What the fuck? That's that's one weird way to actually party, but sure. If that's your thing over in that country, yeah, fun. The Boxing Day, what the fuck? Is it more like unboxing of like presents, or is it Boxing Day because the match is being hosted every year? At that day. That would be the funniest thing though, if that's actually the thing. Why is it called Boxing Day? When you call it Boxing Day, I'm just thinking of like a boxing match. Today on Boxing Day. I didn't know you guys actually had a name for that. Wait. Oh, so that's just what you call it, as in you and your family. Because you always open boxes on that day. Or like... Yeah. I have the tradition of giving Christmas boxes containing gifts, bonuses, and... Yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. That's actually what I was thinking of first, but then I wanted to make the joke about boxing, so... Makes sense. Makes perfect sense. To have a Boxing Day. Yeah, see, here in the Netherlands it wouldn't quite work because we're all too sort of greedy. And why wait 2 days for your actual things if you can do it on Christmas Eve already, right? It's not always how it goes, but it's often how it goes. I mean, if it helps, I got a punching bag also that's full of... What the fuck, man? I didn't want to know that you have a punching bag that's full of mold. Okay, like, I get why, because you said because of the flooding, so that makes sense, but still, why do I want to know that you have a punching bag full of mold? What the fuck? That's specific info. Do I need that? I don't know. I don't know. What the fuck? Very specific. Have fun with your dirty punching bag, I guess. Okay, let's do... Hey Nico, how you doing? Nico, whoa. What a beautiful name. You have them to make a list for insurance what was all actually damaged. Yeah. RIP. That's a lot of work. You're ill. Oh shit. Like ill with like as in flu or something? Or like actually like bad ill? Well, I guess having like the flu was also bad, but sure. As you can hear, I make a lot of sense today. Definitely. Sorry for yawning. I'm actually pretty awake, but I don't know why. I was yawning there. Yes. Wait, this is a full block? No, this is like one of those. Okay. Let's just deal with it. Let's just go on. Show must go on. This stuff I hate. Okay, full blocks. I had fever last Sunday and Monday, and now my stomach. Ooh, that's shit. That's actually shitty. I have multiple per line, and you can set that up with some tricks with signals. So basically, by having the checking through signal, a train can actually move onto. If a station is halfway through a signal block, it will actually go into that. So if you do something smart with your signaling, then you can set that up. Alright, do we make it a little higher? I guess it's going up there, and it makes no sense because that street isn't going up there. So no, we're not gonna make it higher. We're actually gonna fucking cut it off earlier. I'm actually gonna say we do it like this. Do it like that. Sure, I guess. Not really, but I might be able to show you it in a bit. But basically, there's if you have real line, yes, there's a station here, which is the front station, so that's where the train arrives on. And you have a checking through signal here to check this section, and one in between here. So it will check through if it wants to reach that station. It will check all the way through, and then it will say like, no, I cannot reach that. But if it wants to go to this station here to couple up back to the train, so here's also one, and only the train is sitting here, so you need a signal splitter there, actually. Yeah, you need it like this. Sorry. So this is a signal, this is a station, this is a signal, this is a station. If it wants to travel all the way into the platform to remove the engine from the train, it will check for this station if it's free. So that check will check through the actual wagons if they are there. So if there are wagons without the train, then it still cannot go because it will be red, because it will never be able to reach that. And if it will be just an engine, it will be able to reach this station because this block is not blocked, only the ones with the wagons. So you sort of put the station, if you have the couplers like that, you put the station here and then you put the signal right over there, so it can actually reach up to that station. And then you have to set it up in certain ways to in order for it to work, but yeah. I'd say just mess around with it, that's easiest, I guess. And then on the entry signal, maybe you double signal it, so as soon as it wants to leave, because you have to reassemble the wagons. And within that little frame, actually, it doesn't see the train as assembled, so it won't see a train. So for your entry signals, probably double signal that. So put like a block in between and then another signal, and the first one is checking through the second one, obviously. But that will stop at the first one, and then if it tries to go in that little frame where it like reassembles the wagons, it will then say like, no, 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 no. You're not allowed yet to go. So it will basically go through the first signal and then wait on the second one. Because it won't be able to go through that, I guess. Okay, I like that. I like that shape. I don't know if this is the right size. Probably something like this, though. Ideally, I want it a little bit longer. Yeah, just first figure everything out before making like a full thing with it. A full setup. Okay, so this is centered. That's nice. I like that. That makes it so much easier to build this backside, since the backside can be a copy of the front. Okay, never mind. Oh, that's weird. So that means raising this up by one? Okay, I guess that works. Sure. Should I just be lazy and copy the front to the back? No, it's a corner building, so there needs to be no back. No back to it. Well, except for just a standard wall. Do I want something special on the corner? No. Do I want something... some balconies or something, maybe. Let me go and grab some of this. Should it be balconies or should it be windows? I don't know. Let me see. This is gonna be door. Window. Let's make this. Okay, that's good. So that means, unless I do details in that, but I don't think I will, what I can do is this. Or should I make just one? Maybe this gets a little too repetitive, but okay, we shall see. Oh, only if you could do anything with that, but no. See, that would be nice, but I would never. No. If I wanted to do that, it would become this. Which would also work, surely. Three, four, five, six, and 6. Or just do. Why am I making my life so hard? This is 3 blocks. Would this be white? So we're just gonna do it the easy way. So these doors won't be functional, but fuck that. Okay, that's way too tall, this. Okay, maybe just one of them, one door and then some windows. Is that a good plan? I don't know. Yeah, I think one of these balconies is more than enough. So let's see. How did I do the windows here? I stepped it up by a block. Wait, no, around the corner, so that means this. Oh, what? Oh, this is... Oh. Ah, sorry. Yeah. There we go. So it's that, and then we did this. Yeah. Just make a little window in here, if I can. No. Yo. Is create on Bedrock? I don't know. I don't play Bedrock, so... No clue, no clue, no clue. Is create on Bedrock? Maybe? Yes, I almost want to say, but... I don't know. Okay, I like that. That works, I think. Let's try and cut it off somewhere. Maybe make it like a little lower. Does Create have its own SMP? No. I don't think so. No, the Create server, or at least on the Discord, there's no server for that. Steam and Rails does. And there are some other servers which are pretty cool. Which are also train related mostly. Okay, yeah, that works. Simple, nice, clean. Still missing a little bit of depth in here. More depth. But how much depth does one need or want for stuff like this? The beams would stretch in the building from that side to that side, so it would make no sense to have anchors on the front or on the side. Like wall anchors. That makes no sense. Oh yeah, sorry. So we're also not gonna do that. I definitely need more windows or something in there. And that needs to be more detailed. I almost want to do this, but I know it's gonna look horrid. As boring. Boring. No what? Hey. Formula and stuff like that. Wait, what are we talking about all of a sudden? A pigeon box? What the fuck? I might have missed something here in the chat, but it could have been me. Okay, maybe I wanted, yeah, more hanging that way. That's great. I like that. Would also allow me to do things like this. And then... Ooh, here's where it gets hard. Do I place the window in there or on there? I guess you wouldn't be able to see these, so... I could do this with that. I think that would work. Alright. It's a bit darker than the usual, but sure. I think it kind of works. Okay, we're not going to do that on the top. We're just going to leave it like this. I'll do it like this though. Okay, so that's fine. The bird OF what's the thing that you... The window down there. Yeah, it's a bit of a weird window. That's what I meant, I guess. I guess it could be taller. Fuck it, let's make it taller. Stop. Hammer time. Stop hammer time. Okay, I know what I want in there. I want you. I want you. I want you so bad, babe. Yes. Okay, that's pretty cool. Yeah, we get a bit more frame to it, otherwise it looks weird. Yeah, I think that's better already. And then a little window here at the top. Oh, which is gonna be hard as shit. Okay, that's a rectangle, not a square. I could make it into that, and then that. Somewhat round, a little bit squarish still. But I think we can do something about that right now. Fuck, it will be shut. What is this for block? It ain't round. It ain't round, boys. Shoot. Okay, that's rounder. Sure. Wait, it looks... Okay, I guess. Yeah, can't make it any better. Fuck it, fine. Just don't look at the window a lot. Then it's all fine, you know? Make some small top windows or something. Give me this, please. Windows will be a little bit lower. So the easiest way to build windows is just this. If you have stairs, it becomes quite well doable. It'll just be that. And the windowsill coming through like that, like so. Okay, we've already lost an hour. I need to start building this in game rather soonish, if I want to build this in game still. But I need to make choices. I might lose this replay while recording because the game might crash. Shit, I haven't thought of that. Give me range. Let me just fill it up with this stuff. Makes adding details later a lot easier. Fill these in. Sure. Some blocks. I just want to add like the floors in here. I think the floors are quite important. also sells the building more on the outside, so that's also why. Oh yeah, we need to make the roof. Fuck. Yes, like that. Spruce. And little torch. So I have to finish this part in like 5 minutes or so, because otherwise there is no more building in the game, for sure. I'm just working hard right now, folks. Working hard, working hard, working hard. Fuck. Stop doing that. Okay, there we go. This will be not here. Alright, raise this up. Slam a few holes in there, so I can always go up and down. To be honest, as like a building this is probably a building with the most realistic flooring heights and sizes. The other ones are kind of shitty compared to this one. Fine, I don't care. Front is fine, side is fine. That's a pleasant building to look at. Simple, but it's fine. It's good. That's what it is. I am thinking. What am I thinking? What might I be thinking? I'm thinking I can remove these. Okay. There we go, like that. Closed off, and am I gonna add this here? I think so. Let me just make it easy for myself. No, one extended. It's centered, right, in the block. Yeah, that's good. Okay, AAA build roof. Mirror, rotate. Fix these. Shit. Alright. I could do with less detail on this, but for now I need... Gotta be fast. Just build it like this for now, and then later on we'll fix the minor things that we have to fix. Including adding that byte and that byte. And oh, okay, my roof is fucked. The empty slots were copied in with it. Quick check on the inside. Quick check. For any empty bytes. I think that's fine. Just there we go. Outside, nice. Oh yeah, I also need to clear that whole area. So maybe this episode is gonna be clearing that and not building it. But let me get stuff all ready for it. We have some new buildings at least with fronts and backs. So that's actually nice that we have fronts and backs. I should have paid more attention to the backs on the previous buildings, because now I need to get back to them and do the rest in the same style, sort of thing. Like this. Copy that. Copy that. ID Shep new building. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna quickly save this and then clear the terrain for it mostly. But at least there are some new buildings designed now, so we can build those in the next stream. I will probably offline build more if I can. But it already gives more sort of atmosphere to that building, since now we have... I need to add something more to this. This is quite simple now, especially compared to all of those. But yeah, this gives a better vibe already, I think, right? Stop that recording. Stop. Makes it a lot better already. There's a little street next to it. Yeah, nice. Okay. Let me save this. Which is gonna take a fucking while. Because it's a quite long recording. But yeah, here it's sort of how you see how I do it normally, by the way. The sort of recap storage. Also, there's all kinds of this crap. Some of them I've already used. But yeah, there are so many saves, and actually I deleted the ones that I've already used or made, so... But... Yeah. I think I, for the new livestream recap, I exported up to... Here maybe? No, I need to do the tree planting. This was basically building actually the tunnel near Shepperton, or near the farm. Near the gold mine / farm, I guess. In between there. This is terrain clearing tunnel building. Also that tunnel, I think. This is the local station. Yeah. So here it's the 45-degree angle station. Oh, it's exporting quite quickly, to be honest. It's pretty nice. I wouldn't expect that to be so fast. it's gonna be stuck at 99 for a while, probably. But yeah, here's the recent one from last stream. Building market. And for example, 212 is the tram track that we were laying. 210 is the station, Master Garden. Oh yeah, that's the 45 degree area. So basically from 2.5 to 4. Yeah, from 2.4 up to well 10 at least. It's all about the 45 degree station. And 211? 211 was me designing something. Oh, that was the track, the tram track, I think. So right now, this is a recording for episode 221. So 221, the first recording it is, and it's the design of building ship. So now I know that that is that, and I can export it as that. Okay, now I can join the server. My game might still crash, which might still fuck that building, but we shall see. No, it's fine. So yeah, here we have the gap right now. We need to clear this mountain out. So let me just gear up the big... Do we grab the big guns for this? Or do we do some manual work? Some manual labor. Let's do some manual labor. I want to clear at least till this level. Right. Yeah. Yeah, because that's gonna get merged into this. Yep. There we go. I've also been expanding the underground hole, by the way, off stream mostly. So the underground hole, what I mean by that is basically under my base, down here. If you go down there, inside of the cellar of the base, you go into a massive underground hole at y equals 0, or well, minus 64. Somewhere around that. It's not really at like minus exactly that, but... where I get my diamonds and a deep slate and some stone and shit. So I just let that huge fucking digger that we have to that we once made to dig up the mountain over there. I just release that and then it goes off to clear all of that. And it was mainly because my deep slate was running out, I think, yeah. So, just from like half an hour of mining with that machine, you get enough stuff to build for a long while. But I just wanted to do some more, because I also needed actually the diamonds for upgrades. Some drawer upgrades, that is, for storing more stuff inside of the machine. I'm gonna move the fucking thing for a second, because it's annoying the crap out of me. Is this close enough then? I guess up here. Beacon. There we go. Oh, another thing that I could have done in this episode was actually make the sort of side ramps for this, or the walls, I guess. Because yeah, this is heavily unfinished right now. But making those buildings is also nice, so we have the footpath connected to there eventually. Or we can start working on the houses back here and connecting that up. And then we have one housing block done. That would be great to have that soon. which is still a long while away, to be honest, because we have to build, or we have to design. Let's see, we now did this and the corner building. This was 1, 2 corner. So here we have 1, 2 corner. And then we need 1, like 3 in between. So like 6 more buildings at least is what we need. But we shall see about that. We shall see about that, definitely. I wanted to work on the road network today, but I'm just noticing that I don't really have a lot of time left. So that's why I'm switching over to this. So, in case you were coming in for that, I'm so sorry. But we worked on that building, so... Let's see, I want to work my way up to that part. For a second I thought I was seeing something flying across my screen, but maybe I'm blind or weird. Oh god, there's no spacing area for 3, yeah I know. What? Okay, there we go. It was clearly night already. Let me store this. Yeah, I have my cobble storage here back. Good. I don't know. Yeah, here's the door, so the pathway. Yeah, this we need to clear this. At first I was gonna use the height of the mountain, but it will just be too hard to make this go up even more, and then some houses in front of it. It would make no sense. I guess we're also already really going up with everything, so to add more elevation to it would be just a mess. Horse, can you leave me? Hello? Can you not stand in my face? Thanks. Alright, yeah, let me do... Alrighty done. I am, by the way, working on a new livestream recap, but I first have to upload the live streams that from last livestream recap. So that will be this week, and next week I will try to get a recap done, but I don't know if I'll be in time. But yeah. There's no cinematic stuff right now that I really can do. I probably need to do that turntable version 5 video. But yeah, for the cinematic stuff, for example, I have loads of clips laying around. For example, from building all of these buildings, but I want to make that into like one big video where I build like the whole area in the town. I think that would be more epic than... Oh yeah, and also, I'm not saying we're like near. I think we're at 8,200 subs right now. And if we reach 10k, which we're not near yet, but I want to work on a video for that. So if you guys have any ideas what I should do for that, please let me know. Because I'm currently like out of the ideas what I should do for that, to be honest. Maybe I should release the shunting yard script thing and finish that. Or maybe the rotary coal unloader. Maybe I should wait with that. And release that as like, here's your special new invention. Alright. Yeah, see, we're already 15 minutes in this world again and like removing all of this shit. So the time is going very fast in this game, sadly enough. Alright. Slowly but surely we're getting there. Okay, now that we chop this off, this should be plenty of space. Or at least now. We do need to dig the area a little lower. Here we go. Beautiful. Beautiful chop off. Yeah, that's more enough to build in the footpath at least. So from the footpath, we can actually clearly see what we need to do. We need to raise or lower it by at least 4 blocks. This whole area. Well, not here at the front. Let me just dump this away. I might just end the episode, by the way, a little earlier, so I can do that recap export for the building already. Otherwise it might get trashed. I guess like more than 1.5 hours is already like long enough, right? It's just, normally I go live for 2.5 hours probably. It's mainly because in like 1.5 hours you don't get enough done yet. Some people have been asking me like, why don't you make let's play videos instead of like streaming and shit? And it's just because let's play videos take like hours. Hours of doing the game and then probably at least 1 hour of editing, probably even more, to get like 1 episode out. Because you can't simply fill an episode with just doing nothing like I do right now. Or well, digging this for example. You can't just fill an episode with that. You have to do more interesting stuff, I think, in that. So yeah, for that reason, that's like one of the reasons, I will probably never do that, because it will just take up so much time that I don't really have like the time for that. I guess if you combine all of the playtime I do in a week, it could work like 1 episode a week, but at the same time, progress would be so slow. Like, if I ever earn enough money with like YouTube and shit to, well, I will never stop working because that would be stupid as hell. But to work less or whatever, and then that could become an option, but because then I have more hours left, more time, I guess. But I don't think that will ever be an option, so this format works for me, I guess. Especially in the sort of limited hours that I have. I do a lot of off-stream also. But again, not really interesting stuff. So nothing really worthy of having like an episode. I guess designing those 2 buildings that I just showed, I guess that would be in it, but yeah. Would that be enough to fill an episode? Probably not. And if that's like the only thing that happens in the episode, I think it will be too boring anyway. But probably the rest of the week I won't really have hours to do MC because other things in life, you know, which are also fun. Sleep. Yeah, there's no actual way, by the way. I did have like the actually the time to dig this out and build those buildings and design the last building. If I wanted to build those buildings, I should have just gotten them in game instantly and started building them. But well, now we got like the design of a building, so we get 1 more building for the next episode. And probably I can do off-stream a little more. Do I have some evenings? Probably Thursday evening or something I can try to build like a new building. But I also want to do CSGO or other games, so just, again, have to see how things go. I don't want my whole like week spent on here, you know. It's also not going to be fun, so... But first in a bit, it's time to go to the vat, which has to be done. I'm thinking, did I have something this Saturday? No, I don't think so. I think this is cleared out enough to, well, okay, wait, almost enough. Let's clear a little bit more ways from this. Alright. And then we're at least at the same level as the footpath. And then we are ready for next stream to do something with that. Slabs and the crap and the axe. I don't need all of that. One thing I do want to do is place these torches back real quick. Because I've perfectly lit up the area and now I'm ruining it again. So I don't want that to happen. There we go. Stop recording. That's one part of the mountain gone. And we just have to do, well, the hill, I guess. We just have to do the rest of it later on, that part. And also has to go. Now you sort of can see the heights in shape. It's actually funny that you now can look at that building from here. Oh, I almost want to open this up. So you can see it from here already. That might be a good idea. Well, this will be a very narrow plot for a building then. Maybe like a standalone building. Standalone special building. Like a church or whatever. Not a church, like a small synagogue or something. Or maybe a little park, maybe a tree plaza, whatever. It would be cool to view on that. Anyway, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this crap away. One thing for sure. We drop that in the base. And after that I'm gonna go. Because, yeah, then I do have some time to get ready for that, which is also nice. Let me put this coal away. Clear the inventory a bit. Didn't do much today, but didn't have much time. So, that's the explanation for you. Which is fine sometimes, you know. This is what it is. A park with a little narrow gauge railway. I don't think that will fit there because we're just talking literally if I do that. We have a road here and we have a road here. So that would just be this small square. So that will never be enough. I could do a park eventually like here or something. That would be cool. Or behind here we have a little park. Or we're going to have a little park. This will be buildings and this will be park. But that's also not big enough. I need to have like a foresty area. Maybe over the rail line or something. Maybe on the other side of the rail line. Or in front, near the docks, whatever. We'll have to see about that in the future, for sure. Because it is a cool idea. Let me just get some food in my bar. Snack away. Put on this and call it a day. Snack away and call it a day. Pretty nice. Rhymes, right? Yeah, that's good. Yes, so no progress in game. Well, except for digging out that little hill part. Which does help sort of visualize what we want to do there. So that's good. But yeah, outside of that. That's going to be for this episode, I think. 20 is a bit low. Let's give you a little more to view at. Let's look at them trains leaving and going. Anyway, whilst I'm flying around and loading the chunks, I just want to say thank you for watching, as always. This was a little bit of a shorter episode, as I was already saying, but live calls, I guess, right? And it was either this or it was either not going live at all. I couldn't really go live later today. So yeah, sometimes that's what life gives you. Sorry. Anyway, as always, I thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And if you're watching this from YouTube, be sure to leave a like. Let me find a proper little angle. Let me do this one for you so you guys can see the trains coming in and stuff like that. Anyway, as always, thank you for watching. This is ImagineerDave signing off. So, bye-bye.